Hola, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is maintenance season for us and we've been turning over so many maintenance contracts now. There's the HVAC, there's refrigeration, and then there's the hot side. All preventative maintenance going on, and that kind of helps us during our slow season. I know a lot of guys talk about it getting slow, this and that. I do, and that's what I love about doing everything, refrigeration included. That is what I've been doing during this in between. It's like cool, not hot enough yet, but it is warming up, and we'll get back into the swing of things. For now, I'm doing a lot of the PMs, maintenance, all that. My question to you guys is, what coil cleaner are you using? Now, when it comes to like RTUs and split systems, you're most likely using some sort of cleaner. Unless it's Microchannel, there is an argument for just using water, and it is specifically labeled on a lot of like Linux systems, and I'm sure there's others that will tell you only use water. But there are different kinds of coil cleaners, and that's what I want to get into today. And you can leave it in the comments. What is your go-to for coil cleaning? Do you use just water? I mean, everybody's different, but I had an interesting comment, and they were telling me why they didn't like a certain brand, and then I asked them some questions, and I found out why they felt that way. All right, so I'm going to take you along on the rooftop with me in a minute, and we're going to use maybe I'll show you guys a few different methods, but I use coil cleaner on basically every maintenance I do. Now, there's a harsh cleaner, and then there's some safer options. Now, the conversation I had in my comments, which no shade, no beef, nothing like that, is just I thought it was interesting. And I actually think I had some DMs that said the same thing. So, because I'm using new Calgon, I've always gone back and forth. I'm not gonna lie with you guys, but new Calgon is something that I've used. It's something that I used when I started in this trade, and I just didn't know how many variations of cleaners they had. So I kind of wanted to bring to light a little bit of that stuff as I've done my research on different cleaners. And the ones here I'm gonna specifically talk about, because when I posted I think I posted this Hvacr coil cleaner, right? So this one is their version of a kitchen safe, food safe. Now there's still some warning labels, and I get that. Personally, from other marketing that I've seen, again, no shade, I'm not eating this. I'm not telling people to eat this, and I'm not trying to huff this. So I get it. There's other ones that they tell you can eat, but don't eat coil cleaner. So for the most part, this one is kitchen safe, food safe, and that's the one that I use, the Hvacr, when I'm working like on appliances in kitchens. So that's my go-to. The comment and messages I had were that they prefer a different brand of this aerosol cleaner. And then they started telling me how bad new Calgon is and how it irritates their skin and burns and I don't know what. So then I was like, okay, what cleaner are you comparing it to? If you're telling me what you use, what are you comparing it to that you've tried? And sure enough, they were talking about New Bright. Now, New Bright is a harsh, and it says heavy duty foaming action. It brightens and cleans. This is a harsh acid. It eats away at the coil, basically. That's how you get that brightener effect. You really only need this for like the worst case scenario, like something is caked on or grease or whatever it is. That's when you go to this, but you're going to start If you use this too much, you're going to start deteriorating your coil. So they were comparing one of the harsher, I think they even have an extra heavy duty, but one of their harsher offerings to a food safe coil cleaner in another brand's aerosol. So you cannot compare apples to oranges. Every brand out there of coil cleaner does make a blue version, which is on the harsher side. And of course, the reason I stopped using this one, but it's all I knew, that's all they told me, it's all anybody ever told me to get was the blue one. The reason I stopped is because I always got it all over my hands. If you spill this one in your van, it'll eat through a lot of stuff. It sucks when it gets on other tools or equipment. You know, it's a big pain to clean up, and it's very hard to clean up. Honestly, I would only recommend this in emergency situations, or if you really need to strip away the coil because it is that bad. What I would recommend in New Calgon specifically is a tri-power, and these are all the concentrate lineups. So this is the Microchannel safe, the one that is not gonna hurt you if you get it on you. It's not that hard not as hard as this one to clean up. And this one, like I said, if it's safe on Microchannel, it is not gonna eat any coils. It's not gonna cause any leaks in the coil because it's not gonna eat away at it. It is a degreaser. So it'll foam up, maybe not as much as this one, but it'll foam up. It'll cut away the grease. It'll really get in there if you let it sit and soak and rinse it off. This one, I've never had a reason to use any other cleaner. I always go with the Microchannel safe. We are seeing so much microchannels out there, even in the evaporator. So this is my go-to. I do like to keep this just in case, but it is seldomly used. It's just there if I need it, right? I prefer not to always carry it on the van because if it spills, like I said, it's a pain. So I carry this, and then if we're doing if we have a dirty evaporator where they didn't have a filter, maybe something happened, you can use their evaporator cleaner. This is the Hvacr Ultra Concentrate. Like I said, they're all the concentrated ones, and they each have their benefits. So each one of these, since it is concentrated, equals 9 gallons. So pretty compact compared to the actual gallon jugs that I used to carry. I appreciate that that they're making these concentrated versions that don't take up a lot of truck stock, and you just dilute it. Use their foam cannon, or there is an attachment. I need to get that attachment. You can actually use this as your foam cannon. So they do sell an attachment that you put on this itself, hook up a garden hose to it, and that is your foam cannon, and it is reusable. You can use as much as you need, and then cap this back off, put it back on the van, and you only used a ninth of it, a quarter of it, and you can use it for the next time. So the features of like the Evap one, like I said, if they didn't have a filter, something happened, there's gunk insulation that gets stuck up in the Evap, especially on RTUs. Residential, I know, can get pretty bad too. This is near neutral pH. It is heavy duty for evaporators. It is a microchannel cleaner. So it even gives you like a dilution chart, and it tells you what setting on their coil gun to set it to. This one says to set it to E. The one that I prefer here, it is, like I said, a degreaser, deodorizer, detergent. It is an evaporator and a condenser cleaner. That's how safe this one is. And again, it tells you here the dilution ratio and all that. And this one shows you actually what I was talking about. It has the little attachment there. So that's really cool because you would only need this and the attachment. Some people like to use the spray because something like this works on evaps and condensers. So you can use this. It foams up really nicely, and it is a lot safer than the blue option again. So if you guys are using this, there is a pistol grip that I found. All right, so I have to go grab it. This right here, and I'm gonna leave links because people were asking me, but this is from Rust-Oleum. It is a friction, basically, grip, because you can just slide it on these This or any aerosol can you have, you just slide it on there and you have that pistol grip and you can, you know, spray it out that way. That way you can not get that fatigue from, you know, holding down the nozzle here. You don't have to worry about holding it and cramping up. You put this on there and it's much easier. So this right here is, I got it at Walmart for $4. It is a Rust-Oleum spray grip. I also did a quick check. Home Depot does have it, so I'll link that one too. And they have it at Home Depot for $6. So whether you're at Home Depot or you're at Walmart, you can pick one up. I'll leave links to these in the little shop shelf, whatever it's called here on YouTube. I'll also leave Amazon links in my tool link if you guys go to my website. And there's actually a different one that has a much longer trigger, and that one is not like a friction fit like this one. How this one snaps on. The other one on Amazon, you pinch it and it opens like a mouth here, and you put it on and let it go and it'll catch the little rim on that. And there's that one too. I think those are about $6 each as well. You have to buy a pack of 2. So I'll leave as much as I can linked down below if you guys are interested in this. And I will also show you right now this in use and the foam cannon. And if I can get the attachment, I'll put that on there too. So let's go and use my favorite cleaner. We're gonna clean some coils. All right guys, so up here on the roof, I like to use my MV4V. I usually put a drill in there, but I took it out already. And we're gonna be using our coil gun from New Calgon. And I keep all the accessories in here. So let's get this set up. We got our nozzle and the attachment to this right here. And we're good to go. I already got a little bit of that Microchannel safe cleaner in here. We're gonna dial that in. If you want it stronger, you can adjust it, but I like to use a little bit, and I like to use quick connects on my hose fittings. And I use a pocket hose. These are new. They never used to come with these fittings like this, so I usually add an adapter, but we can close that off, disconnect the normal one I use, and then just pop this one in, and we're good to go. So contrary to popular belief, microchannels hold water and it does not evaporate immediately. So I just kind of pass through really quick with a leaf blower or that little, I got it off TikTok or Amazon. I'll try and leave a link down below, but it's just kind of give it some, or kind of get the water out of the coil or any soap that stayed behind, just so it, when it starts up, you don't make a mess of yourself. If you guys, maybe you've had that issue before, you turn it on and the fan just throws everything out because there's a lot of water that gets held in microchannels. So speaking of microchannels, we got 1, we got 2, and we got 3 microchannels here. So we have this Lennox here. It's a little bit different. And I think this is the only one that's like this for my customers. So we already rinsed it. I need to do coil cleaner. I need to rinse it through the inside. We can do that with the fans in place, and I'll show you how. But the cool thing with the Coil gun from New Calgon is that obviously this quick connect works here, but if you have their turbo tank, I have their turbo tank 2.0, and it is basically this type of nozzle quick connect to where you can also use this, because on their turbo tank there's no storage or area to put cleaner in it. But I mean, there's benefits of that as well. So you can connect a coil gun to your turbo tank to use coil cleaner, but also have that portable water that you know, to rinse off units and clean them. And then you can also just take this for that, like use it with the turbo tank or use it with a garden hose. That way this is like more uses out of it, so it's not just one or the other. You have options, right? So it's cool that it works with both. Now I have a fitting that I made. I guess I misplaced it. I have part of it here. This is a quick connect that goes to my garden hose, and then I had a wand that had a 90 on it, and that's what I was using before to clean these kinds of systems, or to get in hard to reach areas like the ones that I showed where I'm over the top and I need to get towards the bottom. If I can't reach it, I had that little extension with the 90. But the turbo tank also comes with a little extension that the water shoots out the side. So we have this. I'm going to show you how it works, but this comes with the turbo tank, and it's an attachment. It's a quick connect, just like everything else. So you are going to need to reduce your quick connect down to take this right here. So like I said, I had a wand that was a quick connect. It's basically any quick connect that you would see with like a pressure washer. So that's the style that this is, and it fits perfectly on that little fitting that I had to put together. So as you can see on this one, the grills come off, the coil's down there, but the fans, I'm not taking all that apart, but I have plenty of room in between if I have an extension that reaches far enough, or if I just let the hose hang down. So we shut off our valve here, take the fitting that I had, put in the adapter with the turbo tank sprayer, and then we can actually spray from the side now. And I just want to let you guys know that there's a microchannel safe cleaner from New Calgon. Use the tri-power and don't worry about the harsh chemical of the blue stuff. So if you need it, you need it, but if you don't, I would recommend this one and the aerosol, the Black Hawk. That's what I use for the evaporators, you know, things like that. Small appliances where you don't want to use a whole lot of water, stuff, you know, whatever it is. You can use a aerosol and a pump sprayer, and it works just fine. For these, when I'm on RTUs, I use a ton of water, so hopefully there's a water source, which the pressure here sucks, but you got to get it done. So I'm going to work on the other two. I'm going to finish up this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully that was helpful in helping you choose or make you aware of the different kinds of cleaners and make a better choice, you know. So appreciate everybody for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you guys.